Hello everybody and welcome to another game of Squirrels Baseball. I am Aaron and we are back home to take on the Cubs today. We are coming off the off day, so that means it's time for the subs to come in. I had to think about how I did it last time around. So lineup should look something like this. Tom is officially back from injury today, although he's scheduled to have the day off anyway. Seems like a good idea to just give him another day to make sure he is all ready to go. So, might see him as a pinch hitter today. I didn't use him. If I absolutely needed to, I could have on Sunday. No, Monday. Today's Wednesday. Sorry. All out of whack here. On Monday, we could have used Tom as a pinch hitter, but we didn't need to. So you'll see we've got the. I'm gonna have to make one defensive switch. Phil was supposed to be at second and Kester at shortstop, so I will change that just as soon as I can. And as mentioned, Martinez behind the plate. So everybody does have an average now, at least all the position players. Gil on the mound has looked very good this year. Has not given up a run in either of his two starts and averaging 9 strikeouts a start. Matt Martin comes to the plate, although, like I said, I forgot to switch the middle infield, so I will do that right now. So my apologies if you're trying to keep score on these games. I doubt anybody's doing that, but just in case. If you are new to the channel or just haven't paid attention, that is something I do for World Series games. So if we do get that far again this year, you can look forward to that. You can find past years on the website. Just dig back through for the World Series games. So Matt Merton at the plate has a 1-2 count, and he will pop this one up back to Gil, just maybe a step off the back of the mound. 1 down. Santana at the plate. He's actually done okay against us and does have a .319 average, so apparently we're not the only team he's been hitting against. Fouls this one back, makes it an 0-2 count. He weakly grounds a sinker to third. Chief is going to throw over, but just barely in time. I actually thought he'd beaten that out. I'm going to get a replay here and see just how close it was. I was just going to note Santana is very quick. He's had a chance to show his wheels this year. I'm still not entirely convinced he was out, but no challenges in this era, so that'll bring Carlos Pena to the plate. Base is empty, 2 outs. And he's going to start off with a 2-0 count. Gil goes with the sinker, but misses again to make it 3-0. There's a called strike on a slider, a 3-0 breaking ball. Then gets a swing and miss on a curveball, makes it a full count. Again, base is empty, 2 outs, so no runners to worry about. And this one is just foul down the first base line. Probably a blessing for Pena. But then he looks at a fastball for strike 3, and that will end the top of the first inning. No hits, no score. Kester is going to lead things off for the Squirrels in the bottom half of the inning. Cubs look like they have the same lineup that we saw the first time around. Ted Lilly on the mound. I do not believe we saw him the first series in Chicago. Sporting a +17 ERA, though, so apparently it's not gone particularly well for him so far this year. Has Kester at an 0-2 count, though. He pops this one up. Rongo going back, but he can't catch up to it. Still 0-2. Towards the middle, though Santana will pick that up in a routine play. 1 down. Sweeney at the plate, only hitting .59. Usually our top pinch hitter, but that may not be true this year. Seems like every year somebody has a bit of a nightmare season. Maybe it's Sweeney's turn this year. He has a 2-0 count here, though. Make it 3-0. Of course, Marvin started off the nightmare year and got hot late. I forget exactly what he raised his average up to, but then he stayed hot all playoffs long, so it worked out okay in the end. Sweeney with a full count. 1 out, nobody on base. Looks at strike 3, fastball on the outside. 2 away, Chief at the plate now. He will look at a backdoor slider for strike 1. Hits this one right back up the middle. That'll be a base hit. First hit of the game for either side. Quinton at the plate. He will bat right-handed, sitting at a .500 average. Looks at strike 1. Quinton in left field today. Watches that pitch go down and away. Oh, a weak ground ball to third. Ozuna will throw to first, and that will end the inning. Still no runs as we go into the second inning. J.J. Hardy will lead things off for Chicago.
Number 7, J.J. Hardy, shortstop.
First pitch to Hardy is called strike 1. Second pitch swung on and missed. Another fastball for a strike. Hardy lets it go by. 1 away. Carlos Quinton at the plate. And he will look at a ball up and in. This was a fastball. Catches the outside corner. Comes back with another fastball. It's weakly lined towards second. Phil does have to make a bit of a leaping play, but he does make it. 2 away. Rongo at the plate. First pitch is called a strike. And that fastball down and in. 1-1. High fastball, still out of the zone. 2-1. Sinker catches the outside corner. 2-2, 2 away. Swing and a miss, strike 3. We'll move on to the bottom of the second. Still no score. And the Squirrels will start off with Zach at the plate. First pitch from Lilly is a strike on the outside, backdoor slider. Already has his ERA down to 15. Zach strikes out on 3 pitches, 1 away. That'll bring Miyake to the plate. So he's had a pretty good year at the plate last year. He's actually started to hit for just a little bit of power. Puts this one into left field. That'll be a base hit. 1 on, 1 out. Martinez comes to the plate here. Possibly a bunt situation, but he swings away and misses. And looks at a high fastball for strike 2. Hits this one into center field. Will it stay up? It will. Right to Matthews. I think they had Martinez playing, Matthews rather, was playing a little bit shallow for Martinez at the plate. So that'll bring Phil to the plate. Runner on first with 2 outs. And he has a 2-0 count to start. That changeup misses down and in. 3-0. Fastball. Phil taking all the way. 3-1. Ground towards third, but it's pulled foul. Full count. 2 outs. Miyake off with the pitch, and then it's hit towards the middle, but nothing Hardy can't handle. So still no runs as we move into the third inning, where Gary Matthews Jr. will lead things off.
Number 24,
Matthews hitting .471. No homers, but I think that still counts as a pretty good start to the year. Has an 0-2 count in this at-bat. Hits this one up the middle for a base hit. First one for the Cubs today. Their first base runner, in fact. Brings Pablo Ozuna to the plate. First pitch is called a strike. Fastball misses just outside. 1-1. Just inside. 2-1. Swing and a miss makes it 2-2. And that's into right field. That's going to be back-to-back base hits. Matthews taking off for third. Phil probably won't even make a throw. So that'll put runners on the corners with nobody out. It is Ted Lilly at the plate. First pitch called a strike. Check over on first. Would not blame the Cubs if they sent a runner. A check over on third. Don't see that as often. Another check over at third. To the plate, Lilly. Uh-oh. Bad base running by the Cubs leads to a double play. Phil grabbed the line drive towards second, threw back to first for the second out. So the Cubs still with the runner on third, but now Matt Merton is going to have to come up with a hit if the Cubs want to score the first run of the game. 1-1 the count to Merton, and that slider is too low, maybe inside as well. Hits the curveball, but foul, so that'll make it a 2-2 count. 2 away, runner still on third. Ground ball to third, Chief to first with it, and the Squirrels get out of the trouble. Still scoreless then as we go to the bottom of the third, where Gill will lead off at the plate. Gill hitless so far this year, say now in his third start. Looks at strike one. Swings and misses well behind that fastball. And looks at a slider for strike three. One down, Kester at the plate. Ground out in his first at bat. Lilly with 3 strikeouts the first time through the Squirrels' order. Starts Kester off with the ball. And then a strike on a high fastball. Winds and delivers a curveball in the dirt. 2-1. There's a called strike up in the zone again. 2-2. Kester swings the bat, and he's going to come up with a base hit into left center. A 1-out single. That will bring Sweeney to the plate. He struck out looking in his first at-bat. Hits this one foul down the first base line. Lilly from the stretch now. Watches Sweeney hit another one foul down the first base line. This one is still going to be in the seats. Everything going on that side of the field. This one straight back at least. Sweeney 0-2, but making Lilly work for it. This one out of the zone. Sweeney lets it go by. Swing and a miss. Strike three on a drop curve. 2 down. Runner on first. Chief already with a single today. Watches that fastball hit the dirt. Pretty good stop by Rongo, actually. That slider called a strike. Chief thought it a bit low. That changeup is low. 2-1. Another low changeup makes it 3-1. Chief swings and he grounds to third. Ozuna to first, and that will end the inning. We're scoreless after 3. 5 combined hits for the teams, though, so there has been traffic, but just nobody across home. Santana to lead things off for the Cubs.
69. Great
Santana rather, nearly had an infield hit in his first at-bat. Puts this one in the air behind second. Kester goes back and makes the grab. 1 away. Pena at the plate. He struck out looking in his first at-bat. 1 of 3 for Gill. First time through the Cubs order. As he looks at strike one. I guess it might only have been 2. I forget if Merton struck out his second time up or not. In any case, Pena pops out to second. So that'll bring Hardy to the plate. He will look at strike one. Swings and misses, 0-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. We are still scoreless as we go to the bottom of the 4th inning, where Quinton will lead things off for the Squirrels. First pitch to Quinton is called strike one. Pops this one up. Lilly drifts back. Probably should be shortstop's ball, but Lilly does it himself. That'll bring Zach to the plate. Base is empty, one away. First pitch is out of the zone. There's a called strike, makes it 1-1. And this one too low. That's a line drive, sort of, into left field. It's a single either way. 1 on, 1 out. Miyake at the plate. Got a hit in his last at bat. He's hitting above 700 at the moment. Has a 1-1 count in this at bat. This one could be, well, I don't think it'll be a double play. Yeah, no throw to first. They get the out at second. It's enough in the hole to at least keep the inning alive. So runner on first with 2 outs. Martinez looks at strike one. That slider too far inside. And that fastball too low. 2-1. Fastball misses up and out. 3-1. And that's too low. That's going to be a walk. That'll bring Phil to the plate. 2 on, 2 outs. And he swings and misses at the first pitch. Swings and misses at the second pitch. Hits this one up the middle, and it does get through for a hit. Here comes Miyake, and he's going to score easily. Thrown after he was already gone, so the Squirrels take the early 1-0 lead in the bottom of the fourth. I guess depending on how you feel about the fourth being early, it's more of a mid-inning, because if you think of baseball in terms of threes, this is kind of the start of the middle of the game. Gill at the plate fouls that one away. He has a 1-2 count. Lilly getting tired out there. Does get the strikeout on Gill to end the inning, but as mentioned, the Squirrels take the lead. So we'll move into the fifth, where Carlos Quinton is due up for the Cubs. And here goes the fifth inning. Gill winds. Delivers a sinker that is a little bit of a high hop at first, but Sweeney grabs it and steps on the bag himself. 1 away, Rongo at the plate. He struck out swinging in his first at bat. So I do believe that means Merton did not strike out the second go-around, so I was right when I said he had 3 strikeouts the first time through the Cubs order. Rongo puts a pretty good charge on that one, but Quinton will drift back and make the grab. Gary Matthews Jr. got a base hit up the middle in his first at-bat. Looks at a slider for strike one. Hits this one up the middle again for another hit. So Matthews doing his part. That'll bring Pablo Ozuna to the plate, who also got a base hit in his first at-bat. Pops this one up. Kester is going to field it, and that will end the top half of the inning. We'll go to the bottom of the fifth. The Squirrels leading 1-0, and Kester due to lead off. Kester 1 for 2 on the day. Lilly's ERA sitting at 11.9, so much better than 17 plus. But I'm sure he'd still like to get down to a 1 digit before that decimal. Kester with a 1-2 count. And that pitch is too low. 2-2. Ground ball to Ozuna. He'll throw across for the first out of the inning. That'll bring Sweeney to the plate. He has struck out twice, once looking, once swinging. Watches that fastball go into the dirt. And this one is up and out. Ted Lilly still laboring out there. Gets that one by Sweeney. 2-1. And Sweeney hits this one into left field, and it will drop in for a base hit. Not the best hit, but it was well placed. That'll bring Chief to the plate. He is 1 for 2 today. Swings and misses, and Sweeney steals second base pretty easily, actually. So that puts a runner in scoring position for the Squirrels. And that, hit right to third. What is Sweeney doing on the bases? He is finally tagged out. So 2 away, runner on first. The Cubs will go to their bullpen. Yorman Bizzardo will take over on the mound. Runner no longer in scoring position. Also flips Quinton around to the left side. And he promptly puts the ball into left field for a base hit. Chief stays at second base. So runners on first and second for Zach. Still 2 out. He swings and misses at a splitter. And that fastball too far inside. Up in the zone, called strike 2. Swing and a miss, and the Cubs are out of the inning. Squirrels still lead 1-0 as we move into the 6th inning. Pitcher spot due up for the Cubs. They just put Bizzardo in. I'm going to wager that they're going to let him hit. And that does appear to be the case. He looks at strike 1. And that pitch is too low. Swing and a miss makes it 1-2. Fastball for strike 3. 1 away, Matt Merton has flown out and ground out today. Swings and misses. This one just fouled down the first base side. Sweeney gave chase, but just out of his range. Pops this one up. Kester drifts back a couple steps and makes the grab. 2 down. Santana at the plate. He's 0 for 2 today. Ground out and a pop out. Swings and misses at a curveball. Swing and a miss again. 0-2. That I thought was supposed to be a slider, but it wasn't close to the zone, that's for sure. Does get a swing and a miss on a curveball that hit the dirt, and that will end the top of the 6th inning. The bottom of the 6th, the Squirrels, still leading 1-0, will start off with Miyake at the plate. And just to get ahead of ourselves here, with the bench guys in, we will not be doing any double switching today. Miyake looks at strike 1. That pitch down and away. This one just misses inside. 2-1. Swing and a miss makes it 2-2. Miyake gets a hold of that one. It's going to sneak over the fence for his first home run of the year. 383 feet, like I said, just snuck over the wall. And that gives the Squirrels a 2-0 lead. I just said in his last at bat, Miyake is starting to hit for some actual power here. I mean, none of our guys hit a ton of home runs, but the fact Miyake hits a handful qualifies him as a power hitter, I think, on this team. Martinez with an 0-2 count. Pops this one up. Pena going out, and he will grab it by the coach's box. Phil at the plate. Base is empty, 1 out. He is 1 for 2 today. Fouls that one straight back. This one hit towards first. Pena fields it on a short hop and then steps on first. So, let's go with Marvin. He gets more time off than others. Plus he's a switch hitter. 2 away. Base is still empty. He will look at strike 1. Looks at strike 2. And then grounds this one to second. That will end the 6th inning. We'll move into the 7th with the Squirrels leading 2-0. Carlos Pena due up. So he will do so against Gonzalez.
Your attention, please. Now coming on the pitch from Indianapolis, number 76, Gonzalez.
All right, Pena 0 for 2 today. Strikeout and a pop out. He will watch that fastball go outside. Cutter is outside as well, 2-0. Swings and misses at a splitter. Another cutter, this one popped foul. Does make the screen. 2-2 the count. Gonzalez goes with the changeup and gets a swing and a miss. 1 down, Hardy at the plate. He has struck out twice today. Watches that pitch go down and in. Changeup for a strike. Another changeup. This one ground to short. Kester over to first. 2 down. And that will bring Carlos Quinton to the plate. Lined out and ground out. First pitch down and out. Swing and a miss makes it 1-1. Down and out again. Quinton laying off those pitches. Hits this one foul. 2-2 the count. Down and out again. We've got a full count. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Gonzalez works a scoreless 7th. That'll bring us to the stretch. Squirrels leading 2-0. And they will send Kester to the plate after the break.
Please rise and join the singing.
All right, Kester at the plate. Bizzardo still on the mound, and he starts off with the fastball over the outside corner. Second pitch is swung on and missed, makes it 0-2. Ground ball foul. Kester stays alive. Swing and a miss, strike 3. A 1 down, Sweeney at the plate. Got a hit in his last at-bat, raised his average to an even 100. Looks at strike 1. Hits this one, that will not get over Santana. He makes the grab. 2 away, Chief at the plate. He is 2 for 3 so far today. Looks at strike 1. Hits this one into right field. Quinton coming in, and it does not make, he does not make it there. Ball falls in front of him. Fields it on a shortstop, a short hop rather. So that'll put a runner on first for Quinton, who has a 1-1 count to start this at bat. Chief takes off, not really a base stealer, and he is thrown out here to end the inning. Poor decision by Chief brings us into the 8th inning. Rongo to lead off. The Cubs trailing 2-0. That will bring us to Hermida in our back-end pitching rotation.
Your attention, please. Now coming on the pitch for Indianapolis, number 17, Jamaica.
All right, first pitch to Rongo is a curveball that is too low. Follows up with a fastball that's outside. Goes back to the curveball, gets the call on that one. Then a fastball swung on and missed. 2-2. Another fastball, and that's going to be lined through the right half of the infield. So a leadoff single will bring Gary Matthews Jr. to the plate. He's 2 for 2 today. He swings, he's behind on that fastball. Watches that one go by for a ball. Another line drive over Sweeney's head. He's 3 for 3 today, and the Cubs are in business. 2 runners on, nobody out, and we are going to get a pinch runner. Floyd is going to come in to run. I actually missed who he came in for. So Ozuna, anyway, he is 0-2 at the plate and gets a swing and a miss. A big strikeout for Hermida. Brings a pitcher spot up. The Cubs are going to put in Mark DeRosa to try to get on the board here.
Number 7, Mark DeRosa.
First pitch is called a strike. Another called strike makes it 0-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. 2 big strikeouts. Matt Merton back to the plate. Gets another chance to drive in a run. He did not do it earlier. Has a 1-1 count in this at-bat. I think that was supposed to be a curveball. Ends up as a changeup, but Merton swings and misses anyway. Just as he did at that pitch to end the inning. Hermida, not the smoothest inning, but he does come out of it unscathed. So we'll go to the bottom of the 8th with the Squirrels still leading 2-0, and they will send Quinton to the plate to open up the 8th.
Your attention, please. Now coming up to hit the Cubs. Number 22, Matt Lindstrom.
Matt Lindstrom is going to take over on the mound, try to keep this manageable for the Cubs. Quinton was at the plate when Chief decided to take off, so now he is in there with a fresh count. And he starts off with a called strike. Swings and misses to make it 0-2. Pops this one up. Lindstrom takes a few steps off the mound and makes the catch himself. That will bring Zach to the plate. He is 1 for 3. Got a single sandwiched between a couple strikeouts. Both of them swinging, I'm pretty sure. Has an 0-2 count in this at-bat. And this pitch is too high. 1-2. Pops this one up. Rongo in the batter's box makes the play. 2 down. Miyake at the plate. He is 2 for 3 and homered in his last at bat. Looks at strike 1. Swings and misses to make it 0-2. And this fastball is outside. Swing and a miss, strike 3. So Lindstrom does the job. Now it's up to the Cubs bats to actually do something. They're going to start off with Santana. They're going to need 2 runs if they want to stay alive.
Number 069, Great Santana.
Shibuya coming in to get his save. I think, not super sure of this, but I think this would be his 5th of the year. He might have more, though. He might have gotten some against the Brewers I'm not thinking about. In any case, Shibuya on the mound. Santana at the plate. Santana 0 for 3 today. And he looks at that fastball to going inside. As does that changeup. 2-0. There's a swing and a miss. Do believe it would have been a strike either way. This one ground foul, 2-2. Grounds this one to third. Chief picks it up, throws it over, 1 away. That will bring Carlos Pena to the plate. He is 0 for 3, a fly out and a couple strikeouts. Looks at strike 1. And swings and misses, 0-2. The ground ball to short. Kester throws to first. 2 down. Cubs down to their final out. Right now that is J.J. Hardy. He is 0 for 3 with a couple strikeouts. Who looks at strike 1. Up the middle. That'll get through for a base hit. So the Cubs will bring the tying run to the plate in the form of Carlos Quinton. He is 0 for 3, struck out in his last at-bat. Puts this into left field. Quinton running for it, and he will get there, and that will end the game. Your final score today, Chicago Cubs 0, Indianapolis Squirrels 2. Cubs with plenty of chances today to try to put something on the board, but just could not get that timely hit. As we will look at a few highlights. I imagine Phil will be player of the game thanks to that hit we just saw. But we'll find out here shortly. Quinton just too far under that ball. Yeah, Phil, player of the game. So thank you everybody for watching. If you'd like to like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff, feel very free. Tomorrow's game will be recorded later than usual, but I will get it out tomorrow. And it will be right here against the Cubs again. Thanks for watching.